Oh man, I never get tired of
That's hella robotic.
that. Yeah, we're ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the second episode. Definitely not the last of this
I
unnamed
mean,
podcast that I
unless
still have
somebody
not come up
dies.
with. Well, even if we die, we can continue, right? All we're doing is here talking our shit. But anyway, episode two,
Wait.
ladies and gentlemen.
How we gonna continue?
They got programs now, so like you can like copy people's voices and stuff like that. You
Oh,
ever seen
so
that?
we just got to get somebody to set it up for us, and it'll just keep going.
Yeah, like if we submit enough like voice notes or like voice clips to the day. Again, I'm thinking this is how it works. I don't know how it really works, but I feel like if you submit enough clips, they'll be able to like piece your voice together,
Yeah.
get the octaves. So yeah, I got you, bro. I'm gonna have you saying something crazy.
Me- I didn't say I was dying. I just said,
Oh yeah. So again, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the pod. It is your boy Kyle. Again, I'm not gonna give the AKAs because y'all know what it is. But I'm here with my boy A Moist Hobo, also known as Khaalid. It's Khaalid, right?
yeah.
Yeah, but so, some is Khaalid and all that. But anywho, so how was your day? First and foremost, let's start with that. Because I don't think I talked to you all day, did I? No, I didn't.
Uh,
We haven't
my day
spoken in a
was
whole day.
my day was eventful. I did like 4 loads of laundry while I was
Okay,
working. Uh,
okay.
had
Oh,
diarrhea 3 times.
ugh.
Uh,
I
the
feel like you can't
usual.
get the idea three times in one day. I feel like you can't get it. Like,
Well,
what does that mean? You just went to the bathroom three times? Like, is that you had diarrhea once and
well,
it
no,
caused
well, okay.
three?
So no, I shit once, and then my stomach was bubbling 2 times after that. I mean,
Okay, all
it
right. No,
wasn't even really diarrhea.
I
It
think,
was
I think I speak for all of us when I say we've had. Okay,
so like it wasn't even. I guess you can't call it diarrhea because it wasn't water. I mean, if you classify diarrhea as water, then I never had diarrhea. It's just when my stomach be bubbling,
I
when
never
that's
had.
when I consider it
Oh, so when it's
diarrhea. When it's burning,
when it's a particularly hefty one, it's just
yeah,
automatically diarrhea.
like when my stomach is burning, I have to rush to the bathroom. That's when I consider it diarrhea. Who the fuck just shits out straight water anymore? That died out in the
That's like no, that's
1800s.
you said that died out. Like that's like it's like a sickness though. Like that's like when you ain't eating nothing all
That's
day. You know what I'm saying? Or
cholera.
like or you dealing with stuff. But you know what's funny? Since we're on the topic of unfortunately painful shits, it reminds me of a story. I think this is high school when I went to not pizza shop. I went to an ice cream place, right? In Piscataway. Shout out to people in Piscataway. I think what was it? Petrucci's was the name of it. Y'all know Petrucci's in
Piscataway.
Piscataway. I don't even know if that's still there. But anyway, it's not the point.
That
So we
sounds
went
like
to
a made up place.
it probably is. It's like
Piscataway.
a random Italian guy. Like he's probably who knows. But anyway, so we went there and I got like some cookies and cream, ice cream, and all that. It was rocking. I go home, and me and a girl who lived up the street from me, shout out Lynn, but lived up the street from me, came over, right? So she came over. I got home, and it was one of those things before I even got home, right? Like that ride home, I'm talking a couple minutes after I'm done eating it, my stomach is doing it's doing the dance. So
Yeah,
I'm just
the
like,
digital
ooh,
dance. Yeah.
okay. I'm like thinking like, all right, I got 20, 25. The spot is like 10 from my crib. I'll be all right. All right. Couple minutes pass, dance keep going, stomach really bubbling. At this point, I'm like, all right, I might have to. The ETA might be 15. I said 20, but it might happen a little sooner than that. And by the time I got to the front door and logged into the home Wi-Fi, it was like, and I've never had nothing like this where it was sharp. Like it felt
Mm.
like it was like
Needles in your
stabbing.
ass.
Yeah, like
Razors.
stabbing. And I
Yeah.
was just like, yo, why?
hmm
What happened? I'm not allergic. I'm not lactose. I mean, I'm not none of that. Like, why? What
What even
happened?
causes that? What can physically feel
What? Yeah,
sharp and pointy coming out of you?
I
Like
think
what?
I think, and again, not to. Well, I would say not to be gross, but this whole conversation is gross. But I think what it probably is like if you have, I guess, like I don't want to say calcified. That's not really the word I'm looking for, but like hard dookie in there, and you're trying to hold it in. It's pressing against. You know what I mean? Certain nerve endings and all that. So the nerve endings is taking it like, yeah, I don't like that. That kind of hurt. So I think that's probably what it could be, right? When
All
you
right, so
feel like
that's
that
one
sharpness.
version. What if you feel the sharpness, the stabbing and the burning when it's like liquid?
And in
What's
the
that?
area. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I genuinely don't know that one.
So
we need to get
a
get
panel, a scientific panel together.
or some CDC niggas, yeah, some FDA niggas, all types
Yeah.
of stuff.
I don't know if I brought this up in the last podcast or if I just talk about me shitting on myself a lot.
A lot.
when,
Come on,
when I
man.
was when I was like, I don't know, 13, or maybe I was younger. Maybe
It just happens so
I
often. You can't even
I
remember the age of
no, no, no.
it.
I know I wasn't in high school, but so our science teachers, when I was in like fourth grade, decided to teach us about parasites and tapeworms. So what they did was they took a pack of raw bacon and they put it in a bowl and they poured Coke all over it and they put it in the closet for like 5 minutes. They came back and pulled it out, and it was tapeworm larvae squirming all over the bacon. So that obviously scared the shit out of me, and I stopped eating pork for like 5 or 6 years.
That's
It
crazy.
had to be a
School
long ass
pressured you
time.
into being Muslim and shit.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was an African Center school. You could look it up. It was called Timbuktu. I went there
Okay,
from
yeah,
I
yeah.
went there from
Timbuktu
fourth
is funny.
grade to seventh grade. But yeah, I stopped eating pork for like 5, 6, maybe 7 years. Um, me, we went on a vacation. My mom and a couple other family members. We lived in Detroit, so we took the bridge up to Canada because it was a casino up there. Like after you cross the bridge, like 15 minutes, is a casino right there. So we went up there, and there was a carnival going on. And for whatever reason, I just decided to get some of that carnival pizza, and
Oh man,
it
put some
had
bacon on it, didn't you?
has some super greasy cheese and some super greasy pepperoni. I literally ate the pizza, and while we were walking around, within 5 minutes, I was like, "Yo, we got to go to the hotel right now. We got to check in. I got to get there. We can come back out afterwards." So we're driving to the hotel. Maybe 2 minutes into the car, I start shitting
Did
on
they?
myself.
I was about to say, did they know why you needed to go to the hotel immediately, or they just like you just
No, I
told them?
told him. I told him I
Oh,
gotta
okay.
go. I told him. So, well, I'm in the car. It's been like 2 minutes. I immediately start shitting on myself immediately, and I'm wearing shorts because
With
I'm
great
like
haste.
fucking
Oh, he
12.
no,
So
no.
it's draining down my leg on the seat onto the floor. We get to the hotel. I walk into the lobby. I'm trailing shit behind me,
Stop,
and
bro.
I go to the lobby bathroom, and I shit for like 45 minutes. And I had to have my mom come in with a bag to get rid of my old underwear and my old
Oh,
shorts and bring in some new
man.
shit. And that's why, if I don't, now that I'm an adult, I have to either consistently eat pork or I just can't eat that shit for years at a time. Because
Yeah, it's either all or nothing.
if I take 4 months off for eating pork, I'm gonna have to take a day. I'm gonna have to take a day off work on the toilet. It just because it just hit that hard. I don't know what it is about pork. It just don't agree with my system.
Well, I mean, I think one is it's pork, right? Because like, so it's already pigs, right? But then on top of the fact that it's pork and pigs are dirty, and we already know, like when you look at the most recalls, it's for pork. Like in America, like the most recalls meat is pork. But
I'm
even beyond
surprised
that,
about that. I thought it would be chicken,
no, of
honestly,
course
because
it's pork because I mean pigs are dirty already, and then capitalism is capitalism. So like you know
yeah,
what I mean? Like
it's
it
facts.
makes sense. But what I was gonna say was like the wildest thing is that even if you had like pork in a decent condition, like if you would have had like a pork chop, you might have fared a lot differently than if you just eat some greasy ass bacon on some greasy ass pizza at a carnival, and the cheese could have been the culprit. You get what I'm saying? And the pork just
It's
solidified it.
everything. It's the cheese. It's the grease. Because when I say I cannot emphasize the grease enough. It was one of them pieces of pizza where the pepperoni is like folded up a little
Sliding.
bit,
Okay.
where it's like it's caved up a little bit, and there's like a puddle of grease inside the pepperoni. It was one of them.
You ever
So it
seen the one
was
where
a
it's so
mixture of them.
like so greasy, like the topping sliding off of that
Yeah.
shit?
Yes, sir.
Greasy, like it's not even
Yes,
stuck in
sir.
place. But you know what? Since we on the topic of food, and that's the one thing I realized, like we're gonna talk about food every week, because I mean we fat niggas. So well, yeah, we fat niggas. But anyway, so
Speak for
let's
yourself. I just lost 10 pounds.
hey, shout out to you, man. That is great to hear. I love
I'm
to
still
hear.
fat though. So.
No, yeah, no, for sure. I
Actually,
wasn't
you
gonna
know
say
what?
that, but
I probably lost more weight because I've been on this diet for a little bit over a month now, but the last 2.5 weeks I've been cheating like shit. Like what I'll do is like I limit my cheat days to Saturday and Sunday. Obviously, people do that on the weekend, but
hmm
Sunday I'll order out and then I'll have leftovers, and the leftovers will last until Tuesday. So
hmm
I really have like
yeah, like four
fucking
cheat
four
days. Yeah.
cheat days. So the last fucking couple of weeks has been basically normal. It ain't even like I've been on a diet.
Oh, so you shit. If anything, then you probably, like you said, you lost more than 10. You definitely
Yeah,
lost more than
exactly. I
10.
probably lost like fucking 17 to 20, two and
But
a half weeks of cheating.
since you talking about good food, let's talk about the foods that you dare not eat in 2021. So I'm
Mm,
gonna go first, right? I wouldn't even say, well, yeah, no, it was a topic. Subway had an issue where I guess they got taken to court, and it turns out, lo and behold, ain't no tuna in the DNA, baby.
I saw
So,
that.
right, a lot of people came up with their ideas for what they thought it was, and so on and so forth. I don't know what the hell it is.
I was about to ask, did somebody finally come out and say what it was? Is
No,
it
I
like
don't, because
synthetic tuna, like,
I think it's like a
synthetic crab
so
meat?
in the suit is not like the suit's not about what it is. The suit is about is it tuna or not. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
Uh,
all that the question is in the suit. So I don't even think they got into like if I'm
mm,
suing you, of course I want to know. But like I think there's Subway is smart enough to be like, nah, we're gonna make this strictly about whether this tuna is tuna and that's it. We're not if it's not tuna, then it's not tuna. You're never gonna find out what's in it. You get what I'm saying? But like if it's not tuna, ah damn, the court's
well, I
got
mean,
me. I
if it's
guess it's not
fucking
tuna.
yoga mats in the bread, I can only imagine what's in the meat.
What?
That's not even an exaggeration. It came out and they said the same fucking material that goes into yoga mats is in Subway bread. That's not an exaggeration. You can
Damn,
look that up.
so I could. I'm about to fry me some yoga bats tonight, but so the first thing I wanted to say, right? Foods to avoid is what we talking about, right? Please, I'm imploring anyone who is listening, please do not go to any deli and order tuna. I can't speak for every deli, but I
I
can
was about to
speak.
say, any deli is it more than just Subway doing that?
No. I'm not. This is for different reasons. This has nothing to do with the fake tuna.
Oh,
All the food you're
okay.
eating at most of these places is fake. Like, let's be real. Like, lunch meat
Yeah.
is fake if we're gonna be honest. Like lunch meat is super fucking processed, my nigga. Like
It's an amalgamation of every
right. I mean,
abomination.
sausages, hot dog, all that shit's fake.
Sausages.
But sausages. But my whole point is right. Deli tuna specifically, not it's not about the tuna itself. Like that. Don't get me wrong. That's part of the equation, right? Like the fact that this could just be, I don't know, like a little bit of horse kibble or some shit. I don't know. That
That's not
is
that bad.
definitely
I'll
just
eat a
yeah,
horse.
that's not that bad. But the problem is, I worked in a deli, and again, I can't speak for everybody, but I'll talk about this one specific instance. Um, I worked at a Quick Check, right? And I worked an overnight. I worked a 10 to 6. And so basically at the end of my shift, I was cleaning everything up, blah blah. It was like maybe 4:30, 4:45, almost 5 in the morning. I'm getting ready to clock out, blah blah. The guy before me, white boy, of course. It's a very important detail. He's a white boy.
Mm-hmm.
He comes in at like 5:15. I was like, oh damn, you early. And he's just like, oh yeah, like I can only get a ride in here, so I got a ride now, and I'm just chilling, blah blah. So he's just chilling there, sitting in the office, doing all this other shit. So as I'm cleaning up, cleaning my station, doing this, blah blah, and then I'm getting ready to go. Right, I was like 5:45 now, and I'm getting ready to leave, get my stuff on, blah blah. And I walk past the sink, and I remember there's a bucket. So we got like a bucket with like sanitizer in it, and then there's a spoon, right? And so there's a bucket of spoon, and it's for specifically for tuna. And so I'm looking, and I'm like, oh, I
Oh,
forgot to change the bucket. Okay, so I go grab the
the
bucket,
tuna bucket.
right? The tuna bowl. But anyway, so I go grab the bucket, right? I dump it out, and then I do all this blah blah, and then the dude comes out the office, and he's like, yo, what you doing? I was like, oh yeah, I'm changing the tuna bowl, blah blah, this and that. And he's like, oh, that's who changes that. That already was strike one.
What?
That was strike one because I
Mm-mm.
was just like, I don't think it was nowhere in the manual like that was my job to change that bucket, meaning anyone could do it, meaning you've never done it, is what you're
That's
telling me.
yeah. No, that's already a strike. That's a
Right,
strike.
so that's already a strike, right? So I'm just like, oh, okay. So then anyway, so I change the bucket and I do that, blah blah. Now, of course, it has to happen this way. Something, my boss like, oh hey, before you go, can you grab this out of blah blah? I'm like, all right, sure, whatever. So I go grab it, blah blah. I come back, two people walk in, they're ordering, and what do you think one of them's ordering? It's some
Tuna.
fucking tuna. So
Mm-hmm.
he's got the fresh bucket, right? This guy dips the spoon, like, because basically what happens is there's a spoon that's used specifically for the tuna, and it's in the bucket of the sanitizer because again, tuna's fish, and you don't want to mix the fish with
Wait,
all the
did
other
he
stuff.
not wash the? He didn't wash the sanitizer
He
off.
took the
Oh
spoon
man.
straight out of the bucket,
Oh
dipped it
man.
straight into the tuna, and started slapping this shit on the bread. And I seen it, and I was appalled. I looked at it, and I was just like,
You can't see my face right now, but I'm just staring at the floor right now, abysmally.
yeah, bruh. When I tell you that hurt, because mind you, I like tuna. I'm a fan of tuna, like in
Yeah,
general. But
nigga, I just
like,
made ahi tuna last Friday. Love tuna.
hmm but when I saw that dog, that shit, like you said, that shit disheartened me, nigga. That shit broke my heart. I seen that shit. I was like, no, man, you can't do this. This is illegal. Like I felt like
Did them
that shit.
customers come back and complain about like a detergent-y flavor
I
to the
would have
tuna?
hoped so because to me, what it seems like was if that's what he was gonna do when I saw him and I had just made a notice of the tuna bucket, that means this nigga do this regularly. He is a habitual. So like this nigga is regularly
Oh
putting
my god,
sanitizer and tuna sandwiches together.
my
And I
god.
was just so again, I don't know how anyone else handles the tuna. I assume the rest of these places have some more
Some more
reasonable
competent
method. Yeah,
individuals.
yeah, yeah, and more reasonable method. But deli tuna, please, for the love of God, y'all, respect yourselves enough to say no.
You know what? I can't even remember the last time I had a tuna fish sandwich. Honestly, it's been years, maybe a decade. So thank God for me.
Imagine if McDonald's had one. What do you think
Nope,
would be in that one?
nope, cannot, nope, and will refuse, refusal to imagine
What
that.
you think the tuna would be made of?
Uh,
It wouldn't be tuna. So like, what would it be?
probably. What's a super cheap fish that anybody can get from anywhere?
And see, like, I think
What
I don't
niggas be
even
catching
think.
from lakes? Not even the ocean. What niggas be catching from lakes?
I mean, it depends where you go. You can get trout places, bass
Nah,
places.
they're not getting trout. They're not getting bass.
Tilapia is pretty
Nah,
good.
tilapia is too high quality for
Yeah, but I was gonna say
McDonald's.
they're not even getting that.
Nah,
Yeah, McDonald's not giving you tilapia.
they
Them
getting
niggas not giving you
anglerfish.
fish. Period. Them
They
niggas
getting
giving you
anglerfish.
sardines,
No, anglerfish, yo.
bro.
They
They
getting.
giving you sardines, cut up, chopped up, and then mixed with some mayo.
I want to say something super cheap like sardines, but at the same time, I want to say super disgusting because
That's
who on
sardines.
earth has? I've eaten sardines. They're not that bad.
Yeah, I know. I just like to shit
They,
on sardines.
same thing with anchovies.
Oh
It's
yeah,
just them
absolutely.
little salty fish. You just gotta shit on
It's
them.
just certain things. Yeah, it's just certain foods. Like it's not that bad. Like olives. That's how I feel about olives. I'm going like I love olive products. Like
I love olives.
olive oil go hard. But olives themselves to me are abominations. There's no
Have
reason for
you
them.
have you had reduced sodium olives?
Reduced sodium olives. Yo, get out of my face. No,
Listen, that's the only way to eat them because
no.
otherwise you can't eat them. You go into a fucking hyperbolic emergency every time you eat one olive. You go into a fucking
Dog, please stop.
hypertensive emergency. I said
See, one thing
hyperbolic,
I never
a
understood.
hypertensive emergency
I
every
never
time you eat
even
an olive.
understood. I never even understood why like they'll make drinks and have like the
And but
olive.
yeah, I don't get
Like
that either.
that doesn't.
Martinis with an
It's
olive in it.
just
What is
like
that?
and it'll be like an apple martini. I'm like, so what?
What's the olive
How?
for?
Why is there olive here? What are we doing?
Yeah, I've never understood that.
So olives is
Never.
no. I don't know if you got any foods, but the next one I will say
The
is
only
you go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
McDonald's milkshakes.
Oh,
Now, there's nothing scary in the McDonald's milkshakes. I'm here to confirm that for you. Unless you don't know what's in the McDonald's milkshakes already, then you may be hearing something
what's
you don't want to
scary
hear.
is in the machines that make those.
Aha, right. So one, those machines hardly ever get clean.
Yeah, I've
Um,
seen countless videos of roaches inside McDonald's milkshake machines.
yeah,
Countless.
those
Like I can't
machines
even
are
count them.
like I worked at a McDonald's, I think for like 9 months, maybe almost a year, and I think got cleaned one time, and it only
Oh
got
my
cleaned one time because we had an inspection. So theoretically,
So
probably
y'all
would have.
knew y'all need to clean that shit. You dirty motherfucker. You knew, but
Oh, ain't no y'all. I was 17. Them niggas were grown.
no, I just meant y'all as the niggas in the restaurant as a whole. I'm not blaming you. You don't give a shit. You're
Nah, they grown.
17,
I
like you
mean,
said.
yeah, I was 17. Yeah,
Yeah.
I damn sure didn't. I seen that. I was just like, well, I just ain't gonna eat those. But the weird thing is like, so one, the machine doesn't get clean, right? But not even that. Forget that. Let's talk about the name. It's not a milkshake. Like we just need to address that off top. It's a cream shake. I don't know if there's a difference
Ew,
to
is that what
some
it's called?
people. It's heavy cream. The
I
milkshake is like 90% heavy cream. There's
I
no milk
didn't
in it.
know it was
There's
called a
no
cream
milk in it.
shake. They just have the names. They
No,
have a
no, no, no. They're
McFlurry
so,
or
no, they're called milkshakes. Is what I'm saying. But I'm saying, nigga, there's no
oh, that's
milk.
how they.
It's just cream.
Ew.
It's heavy
Oh,
cream. Like literally, have you ever?
oh,
So they have these big ass fat bags. It's like maybe like three or
oh.
five, 10 pound bags of heavy cream
I
that
don't
you
like that.
like pour into, like like bagged wine. Like you
Hmm.
pour it into the top of the machine, and then that cream just gets spun when you want a little smoothie or want a
Yeah,
little
no, I don't
milkshake.
like that at all. Mm.
And so that was my first thing, because like I remember when I worked there, I remember I ate like someone made a milkshake and it was left over, and they was like, oh yeah, blah blah. And so mind you, this person gets a regular milkshake and they wanted strawberry like syrup pumped into it, but they wanted so much syrup pumped into it that it was damn near a strawberry milkshake. Now I took one sip of this thing, and when I tell you, I felt every blood vessel in my body,
Uh,
every blood vessel I was acutely aware of. The
ew.
instant I took one sip of it, I was just like, yo, what's going on? My blood pressure is
Ah.
rocketing, it's skyrocketing. Like I was just like, yo, what's like, dog? I was like, yo, who eats this? Who drinks
Yeah.
this? You
Now that you bring
niggas,
that up, it's fucking
it's
crazy
cream.
how.
It's just heavy cream,
Uh,
bruh. You're
ew.
drinking heavy cream with like a slight bit of sugar in it, with flavoring in it. That's it. That's it.
It's fucking disgusting. I don't. As an adult, I do not like sweets at all. There's very few sweets that I eat. I don't like cake. I don't like pie. The only pie that I like is pie crust. I don't like any of the
Hold
filling.
on now. Now you got
No, 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 no. Let me get my shit off. Let me get my shit
Go
off.
ahead, get your shit off. Now.
I'm a fan of more savory things. I don't like so like I love steak and shit like that, but I'm not a fan of sweets. The only candy that I like are Sour Patches and Reese cups and Kit Kats
I mean, those are
because
all three pretty good candies. So I mean, I
yeah,
can't. Yeah, yeah.
I just don't like sweet things in general. Like I said, I don't like cake unless it's cheesecake because that's more savory than sweet. Uh, I'm just not a fan of sweets as I've become an adult. Like I can't even remember the last time I've had a milkshake or ice cream or yeah, I can't even think about it. It's just your taste buds change as you become an adult. Like I saw
Oh,
something on Twitter and it was a picture of like every single fucking snack food that you
oh
used to
yeah, I
eat as
saw
a
that one.
kid,
It's like pick one,
and they
right?
were like, pick one, and I'm like, I don't want none of this shit. This
Yeah,
shit
where
looks
a whole
disgusting.
box, bro. Like that's the problem. Like because the problem with being an adult is that your body has now evolved to where it's like, all right, no more of that. But
Yeah,
maybe your mind
yeah.
hasn't, and
My
that's a
mind
problem.
has for sure.
And
My
that's
mind
a
definitely
for
has.
me, it has not, and that's my issue. I'm the guy. If I buy a box of honey buns, I will eat four, and I
Oh no, I
will
can't.
hate it. I will have a bad night, and I will be mad with myself for buying a whole box,
I'll fucking
knowing
throw
that
up if I eat 1.5 honey
no,
buns.
I will too, but I'm gonna eat four. Is what I'm saying. Right? Like because when it comes to some of these snacks, I mean, let's be real. Oh, niggas smoking a little bit, drinking maybe.
Okay, no, I
You
get
just
that. You get the munchies and it doesn't matter. You
it don't.
high and it don't matter.
But then
But
it's like
see,
it do
when I
matter because
when I was in
your body keeps
college,
the score
see,
every
when I was
time.
in college and I got the munchies, I used to go for sweets and chips and shit like that. Now that I'm an adult, when I get the munchies, I want gourmet meals. I want filet
Yeah, no,
mignon and
that's how I feel.
lobster. Shit changes. Like I can remember specifically when I was like freshman year of college, I got high as shit. Like I was out of my mind, and I ate an entire box, an entire dozen of Krispy Kreme donuts and a bag of Doritos. And there is
They was
no
the
way
family size or the regular Doritos
family
because
size, family
oh
size.
man, yeah, come
And
on. What
there's
flavor? What flavor?
original nacho cheese.
Okay,
Original.
sick man.
It's a
Okay,
solid. It's a solid flavor. Side
some
note:
would
the
say
best flavored Doritos are the spicy Tide, the purple bag.
the purple.
The
Yeah, that's a
purple. That's the
fact. That's a
best. That's the
fact.
best ones.
That's 100% a fact.
But yeah, like there's no way now, 27 years of life, that I would even look at a box of Krispy Kreme donuts. It makes my stomach turn looking at it. Like
Yeah,
the
you know
only
what's
it's
yeah.
no, I was gonna say the only donuts that I eat now are like gourmet donuts that are like they have bacon
From a
bits on
donut
them
shop. Yeah.
because the bacon it balances out the sweetness. It's more savory than sweet. Like they have bacon flavored maple syrup donuts or some shit.
Oh
That's
yeah.
pretty much, or like cheesecake donuts. It's pretty
Woo.
much it.
Yeah, the one thing I'm thinking about is like I went to a spot and I remember I went to a spot in Montclair. They had some fire donuts there. But I think for me it's like it's kind of like what you were saying. Like it gets to a certain point where like I crave like meals, right? Like I'm at a point where I don't want like a bag of chips, a honey bun, and some Twizzlers. Like that's not gonna do it, right? Like
That's it. No,
of
that's
course
done.
all of that tastes good, but it's like what tastes even better than that is like a ribeye steak with
Exactly.
some, you know what I'm saying, with
Also, I
some mini potatoes and some asparagus or something.
I don't know if I've always had OCD or if going into my adult life I've developed it, but I don't know. It's weird. When I get high, I do things in patterns. And when I smoke, I want to eat something that feeds off of another thing. I don't know if that makes sense. So I can't eat donuts, chips, candy.
So wait, you basically saying when you get smacked, you need to eat an animal.
No, 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 no. I just need to eat in within a range of taste. I don't know how to explain it. So like I said, I can't eat sweets like donuts. I can't eat salty like chips, and I can't eat bland like licorice. What I
Yeah,
need is
you want food.
yeah, I
You don't want
need
meals.
I want chicken, vegetables, mashed
Yeah, yeah.
potatoes, steak, mashed potatoes, something. I just can't throw random shit together. Otherwise, it'll kind of fuck up my high, honestly. It's
Oh
like
yeah,
when
yeah,
you
for
high as
sure.
shit and you're listening to a playlist of R&B and then somebody puts on death metal.
If you go
That's
from Mary J to some death metal, you
yeah, that's how I be feeling in my head when I'm eating and then
and
like
you cross the room so you can't get to it ASAP, so you got to deal with like 20 seconds of it.
fuck 20 seconds of it. If I cross the room and don't get to it in time, then the way my brain is set up, the rest of the playlist is just gonna be fucking death metal. That's just what we gotta listen to. It's like some one small thing will just shift in my head. I'm like, all right, we going this way, and then something else might happen in there. All right, we going this way, and then that's just how it be.
But I think of all the bad reasons, I wouldn't say bad reasons, right? But all the bad things that happen when you grow up, right, and your body's age, right? I feel like the eating part is probably the hardest for me to personally deal with. Everything else, I don't really
Yeah,
care. Like if I get old and like I can't like hoop no more, like okay, like you know what I'm saying? Like
if
all
I
right,
get old
fine,
and can't eat 17 jalapenos in a row no more,
yeah, like oh
nah, I'm killing
no,
myself.
oh
I'm
no. But for me, it's like my issue is like there's just, and I don't even think some of it's not even age. I think some of it's just like bodies, right? Like you'll just certain foods you'll just tire yourself out of, and like your body's just
oh
like, bro,
yeah.
I don't want this no more. And it's just like, are you sure you just enjoyed this? Like, yeah, no, I did, but like I don't want this anymore. It's
What's the food
sweets.
you think you tired yourself out of?
Well, I know for me, sweets is like that. Like it wasn't
Oh
even
yeah,
about my
well yeah.
body handling it because my body never handled it well. It didn't handle it well as a kid, right? Like, but it was just like mentally, like I wanted it so bad. Now I'm at a point where I just it's just don't get me wrong. There's times where I get high and I'm like, damn, what I wouldn't do for some
What I
Twizzlers right
wouldn't do
now.
for a sour
Yeah,
patch
or
kid.
I mean, I'd
Yeah.
kill a man for some pulling pills right now. What are you talking about?
That's exactly how I'd be with hot Cheetos. Like I will never eat that
I've
as
always
a
hated hot Cheetos
function. You're wrong, but it's cool. But
and
this
hot
is like
Takis too. All them shits are whack. And them hot fries with the white man on the cover. You know what I'm talking about, right?
the the nigga with the British cap.
Yeah,
He got
yeah,
the
you know what
British
I'm talking
cap
about.
on.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, I haven't had them in. I'm not gonna say years. I haven't had them in decades. I haven't had hot fries since I was a fucking
In school.
child,
Yeah, I was
a
gonna say it had to be.
teenager.
But yeah,
But,
nah, all that
oh man,
I just never could do none of them hot fries, hot Cheetos, hot Takis, hot this, hot. I'm like, yo, my man, why? Why are we signing up for this?
that's just because you don't like spicy shit. I love spicy shit, so I was tearing down hot Cheetos, hot pickles, hot fries. I didn't actually get into Takis until I was an adult because they didn't have Takis in Detroit for whatever reason. I don't know why.
Yeah. Clearly Detroit's a great place. That's why.
Uh, yeah, I mean,
Strictly for that reason.
strictly for that reason, not because
Hmm. Not for any
Detroit
other
is
reason, just that.
Detroit is the black capital of America. Look it up.
Is that so?
That is so. DC is second.
Well, I'll tell you
So
what.
I'm proud.
You know what's very important to people that live in the black capital of America?
Hot Cheetos, hot pickles.
One, two, and three, Juneteenth, which was this past weekend,
Yeah,
right? So obviously, um, I would assume that you may have learned about Juneteenth growing up in your school because of the background there. Maybe I'm wrong, maybe I'm right. But for me, I know personally, I growing up and literally like until like 2 years ago, I had no fucking clue what Juneteenth was. I had never heard of it.
Really?
I didn't know anyone who celebrated it. I had never heard of it. It was just never a thing. Like, so I was just like Juneteenth. What the? It sounds like
That's
June
wow.
19th. Okay, so
Yeah,
so
we have very differing experiences. Like you said,
well, I
because
grew
of
up
my
in a
background.
71% white town. Like realistically, who was
Uh,
going to tell me about Juneteenth? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
so
but then,
even if I
yeah,
didn't
right.
go to my all pretty much all black elementary middle school, my mother was a major in African American studies.
Oh yeah,
So
so it's slow.
she
It's
taught
slow.
me
Yeah,
about
yeah, yeah.
Juneteenth even before I went to
Oh yeah,
Timbuktu.
yeah, yeah,
So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
I was gonna learn about that regardless. And every single year I take Juneteenth off of work because I refuse to work for the white man
Like just
on.
oh okay, yeah, yeah. Yeah, no, I hear you. Um, but yeah, so I think obviously like, for anyone who's listening, I guess who hasn't been alive for the last week and a half, Juneteenth is now a national holiday, right? Which some people were very upset about, some people were mildly upset about, some people were happy about. And to me, again, from a dude who had heard about Juneteenth literally like 2 years ago, because like my church had something for Juneteenth, and I was like, "Oh yeah, that sounds dope. Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah, yeah, yeah." Hey y'all, what's Juneteenth though? What we doing there? I know they said they cooking, so I'm gonna go. But like, what we doing? What's it about? Like, I didn't even know what it was about. So then I looked into some of the history behind it, and I was just like, "Oh, okay, okay, this is very interesting." Um, and to me, so obviously when it in terms of it becoming a national holiday, right? I I feel like it's pretty safe to say it was a move to pander.
Yeah,
Um,
100%.
Pretty safe to say that.
I have very mixed feelings on it. Incredibly mixed feelings. Like
Hmm.
you're 100,000,000,000,000,000,000% right that it was for fucking pandering. They don't give a fucking shit. They don't care at all. But at the same time, I feel like it should be a holiday.
Hmm.
So like they're right on one front, wrong on the other. It's like them fucking kneeling and daishikis last year. This is what
Yeah,
that
it's
was.
like
It's
it's
the
like the
same
Will
thing.
Smith shit. It's like, okay, you got the spirit. You got the
I
spirit.
don't even know if they got the spirit. They
I
might not.
know. No, they
They might
don't.
be
That's
doing
just
this
cap.
maliciously.
He, he just like, hold, while we down here, somebody play some young boy in the background while this
Yeah,
going.
exactly. Like this is 100% cap. They don't give a fuck about. And like we've said 700 times, while they brought Juneteenth as a federal holiday, there are states actively trying to get rid of critical race theory so that children don't learn about not only slavery but the shit that this country did to Native Americans, to people from South America, not even South America, to other Native Americans that are in the lower states, Texas. So
Hmm.
like Mexicans were in Texas and then they took it from them. It's like
Right.
they're cutting all that shit out. In critical race theory, they're getting rid of it. And but Juneteenth is a holiday to celebrate slaves getting freed. Yeah, y'all got that. But we're not gonna teach shit about that though. So I mean,
Yeah, so that was kind of fundamentally my issue with it. Was this like you were saying, like it's like when I what's the word? When I compare the two, right? When I compare Juneteenth becoming a national holiday and put it up next to we've got entire states trying to remove certain shit from their history books, right? And we've got people fighting tooth and nail about critical race theory, which essentially kind of boils down to, hey, listen, these systems that we've created in this country were informed by racism. And in a lot of senses, many other discriminatory actions, whether it be racism, sexism, religious discrimination, whatever it is, right? So a lot of these systems are founded on that. And so my whole point is, it's like if you're not going to teach that, then it's like, what are these kids really learning about these systems? They're not learning anything, right? And my
yeah,
whole point is, for people, there's a lot of fear mongering, obviously, about it, which is funny because it's like, dog, have y'all been to any of these schools lately? They're not teaching these kids the real deal anyway because they can't,
exactly.
especially in these lower states. Like, you can be the most liberal teacher you want. If you're teaching in Georgia in a place that ain't too liberal, my nigga, they're gonna look over that curriculum and be like, hey, my guy, this has got to come out.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, no,
exactly.
no. This whole part right here has got to come out. This whole thing right here has got to come out.
I honestly don't even know where this whole critical race theory shit came from because it's not like they were teaching kids about racism to begin with.
It's just, you gotta understand, it's messaging, right? Again, we say this all the time. It happens all the time. We see it. Republicans create their own message. They send out their newsletter. Hey guys, this is the stupid shit we're saying for the week. These are
Mm,
all the dumb nigga
facts.
talking points. Come on, make sure you
Yep.
memorize them. And when niggas ask you questions, we got the questions they gonna ask already. And just go back to your talking points. That's all you got to do, right? And so they unite and they pull out this united front of stupidity, which is what it is, right? Because they're gonna sit up here and pretend that critical race theory is something that is like massively happening in this country. When again, if you were to stop 20 people in the street, black people too, and ask them what critical race theory is, they'd be guessing. They'd be guessing.
Yeah.
And they'd probably be right
Like,
because there's like
like I
critical
said, I
race
went
theory.
to
Is
a
it a theory
fucking
about race and how race was
yeah,
critical to the found? Like,
exactly.
you know what I'm saying?
I went to a fucking African centered elementary and middle school. They didn't teach us critical race theory. They just taught us what the fuck went on. I
Yeah.
actually looked up what critical race theory was because I was so confused with what everybody was mad about it. This is shit that they teach to people in law school.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. And which is hilarious because it's like, bro, they teach this in law school. So what makes you think they're teaching this to kids, to eighth
Exactly.
graders, to sixth grade? Like, that's not real. That's not real. Like, and to me, but it comes back to again, it's kind of so sad how so often people will pretend that they care about these kids, right?
Mhm.
Because when it comes to sex education, we got the same sort of fight, right? Where it's like y'all will fight tooth and nail for your kids not to learn about some shit they're gonna take part in anyway. And it's just like, dog, your child is gonna fuck. They're gonna do it. They're gonna see somebody in their class and she gonna look real cute and she gonna do the little wink and he gonna look like, why I'm feeling like this. You know why? He know why he feeling like, but he don't know why because you ain't teach him. So now he just guessing. And if she
It
knows
be the
something that he
same
don't,
states mad about critical race theory that's mad about sex ed. I
bro, it's
wonder
just
why
you
that
gotta
is.
understand. I think to me, it's like so much of it is just about
Dumb
it's not.
motherfuckers.
Yeah, I was gonna say barbarism, like being
Mm,
not like barbarians. You know what I'm saying? Where it's
yeah.
like, dog, y'all just don't want to learn nothing new, see nothing new, hear nothing new, and it's amazing because it's like, how can you see the world for the state that it's in now and have all these gripes about how it is and how it got here, and you're telling me education ain't crucial to fixing none of them? Like learning about not even new approaches, like literally just learning about the way the world works. Like it's like, bruh, if you can't see why when federal agencies discriminated against black people, why that would affect an entire nation. If you can't like, that's not even critical. That's just common
Well,
sense,
most
bro.
of them are racist, so they're not seeing it because they don't want to.
Oh yeah, of course, and that's fundamentally the issue here. That's why I hate
Yeah,
when we get into this
exactly.
game where they do their messaging and we pretend we address them in good faith, right?
Yeah, and we say,
And
so
that's
what will happen if a black person did this?
right.
We know
That's
what will happen. They
that's
don't give
that's
a
a
shit.
100% my issue. Like I'm like, please stop having these good faith arguments with these people. Start calling these people names. I'm serious. I'm serious. Stoop to their like, bro. Stop doing the
You're
turn the
the
other cheek and
fucking idiot,
enough.
bro. Shut the fuck up.
Enough with the I'm gonna address your points seriously, like they matter. Like, dog, they're not, bro. They don't. Ask them. Like again, you saw the thing with Mark Lamont Hill where he asked the guy to name one critical race theorist that posits the point that he said. He didn't
Hmm.
name one. You know why? Because he
You
didn't
could.
have one.
Yeah,
Because if I, right, let's say for example, I'm a guy who really hate racists, and someone's like, all right, well, name one famous racist you hate. I guarantee I can come up with one
I've got
right now.
7 million.
On the spot, I can come up with one. And I can come up with some of the racist shit he
David
did.
Duke,
Yeah, I was gonna say
Richard
David. Damn, that's
Spencer,
crazy. Oh, we both in the same. Oh,
Donald
David
Trump.
Duke. Okay. Uh huh. Uh-huh.
It's fucking easy. You can name.
Tyler Perry. Say no. He
Who's
said,
the nigga
nah.
that
I'm
make all
telling
the
you.
blackest shit? Kenya Moore,
Kenya Barris.
Kenya Barris. Yeah,
Look,
that
he not
nigga.
racist, but he definitely
He
something, man.
damn sure
He
on the
definitely
way.
something.
He definitely something
He's definitely
blackish,
something.
grownish, lightish. What's next? Whitish.
He did do brownish, right? That's for
He
Latino
did
folks.
brownish. That's what I thought it was. Lightish
So
was
did
lightish was brownish.
what
Yeah.
lightish? I'm fucking crying. Did you? So there was a thing, right? There was I saw it on Twitter. There was just like a news article about it where they were basically saying,
Netflix wouldn't let him get
yeah,
edgy
he
enough.
was trying to sign a deal with Netflix, and then Netflix apparently was asking him to do something that just he was like, nah, I can't be edgy enough. And I'm just like, dog. So you signed on with ABC, right? And I'm sure ABC told you don't be edgy. right? And for what it's worth, I don't think his shows were that edgy to begin with.
They weren't, you know.
Black-ish is the first one is probably the closest it gets to being edgy. Excuse me.
Literally, they're just watered down every other
Every time, yeah,
series.
every time after that, it's just like spin-off of the spin-off of the spin-off of the spin-off. Shit, I got you. But so to me, it's just like, what edginess were you coming up with, dog? That you
Do
thought,
he literally writing the
and it's
spinoffs?
Netflix, bro. Hold on, it's Netflix, bro. They got documentaries about rapists on there. What
Yeah,
were you going to write that was so edgy that Netflix was going?
nothing.
Netflix is like, yo,
Guarantee you some bullshit.
yo, my man. Listen,
You can't write
nah,
that, bro.
you can't write that, bro. Come on,
Bro,
bro. You got the story, and the white man is the villain. You can't do that. Like that's so I'm like, bro, what were you like? But to me, I always hated that as like when niggas will try to pretend like, oh, well, I would have took the deal, but they wasn't gonna let a nigga like me do it how I want to do it, and so I'm like, bro, is that really what happened? I get the feeling Netflix might have just been like, well, we'll get back to you,
Mhm.
and then you took that as, all right, they not rocking with me, and so
They
you
not rocking
just,
with my
yeah,
message, bro.
right, they not rocking with me. I'm too edgy for them, and I don't know, it's just ridiculous to me. But while we on the topic of black folks running shows and so on and so forth, I got a gripe both with Kenya Barris and Tyler Perry. Oh, hold on, not even both. Let's add another bit. Lena Waithe as well. I have seen
Yeah.
things from them that I wish I had not.
Listen. Before we even get into this, full disclaimer: I have not seen a single body of work from Kenya Barris or Lena Waithe. I've only gotten bits and pieces from
Hmm.
online,
Hmm.
but them bits and pieces that I've seen have
Right.
been
Are
god
enough.
awful.
Yeah.
So I can't fully drag people if I haven't seen their series, but from what I've seen, this shit looks terrible. Especially that they bullshit that Lena Waithe put on Prime.
Yeah.
I actually feel slighted for that. I'm gonna take offense to that for Jordan Peele. I'm gonna take offense to
Yeah.
that
That was
personally
nasty. That
for
was
that.
nasty.
That was fucking disgusting. What was that, like a mix of Get Out and Us or some type of bullshit? I don't.
I mean, in a sense,
I'm.
sure, yeah, pretty much. Like
I'm,
to
I'm gonna
me,
take offense for that. I'm taking offense for
my
that.
thing is, listen, I hear everything you're saying. Listen, I don't gotta watch those shows to critique them, baby girl. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why. Because when I see certain things and certain topics and certain things put into context, and then I hear you even explain them in a certain way, right? You get to a certain point where you realize, okay, so
This is some dog shit.
right, yeah, this is some dog shit. It sounds like dog shit. It looks like dog shit. It came out. I didn't watch it. Everyone else told me it was dog shit. Dog, we were 2/3 of the way there already. Like the trailer I saw and I was like, this looks like a ripoff. It looks kind of cheesy. It came out, nigga said
The
it's
day
mad
trailer,
good.
right?
Right, yeah, the day trailer.
Mhm.
It looked kind of cheesy. I was like, man, niggas like, oh, that don't look tough. I was like, does it? It looks like a movie we saw
I
already.
I
Do
don't
you
know who you
remember?
follow, but I have not seen a single
No, it was like
nigga
one or
on
two
planet
people. It
Earth that
wasn't. It
said that shit
wasn't.
looked tough.
No, it was like one
Nah,
or two
I
people. It wasn't
definitely
many
ain't see
people.
that shit.
But so that's my thing, right? And so with Lena Waithe, it's pretty obvious. It's like, bro, I'm good with the black trauma porn. I'm 100% good off
So
of
like,
this.
how did Lena
It
Waithe even get famous? What did she put out?
she put out, oh boy, she put out The Shy. I know she put out The Shy. She put out a
Didn't
couple
see that.
other. The Shy's good. The Shy is a good series. Well, but
And it's not, but I
part of the
didn't see
reason
it.
why people got on Lena Waithe's ass was because she had some issues during The Shy with coworkers who was
Mm,
like sexual assaulting somebody, and she didn't handle it the proper way, and so on and
I
so
did
forth.
hear that the nigga from Straight Outta Compton sexually assaulted somebody, right?
I'm not even sure if it was sexual. I thought it was just harassment. If I'm being 100% honest with you, it
Harassment.
could have
Okay.
it could have been assault, but I thought it was. So let's see. I'm looking at Lena
I
Waithe's
don't know.
full.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm so
She
I'm not gonna say
oh,
shit.
okay. Selena Waithe got a couple. She got The Shy. Yup. The BET comedy series Boomerang, the present one. I've never seen that.
I don't know. No.
20s. Uh,
What the fuck is that?
never seen this. It's semi-autobiographical. Follows a queer black girl, Hattie, and her two best friends who spend most of the days talking ish. Okay, sounds like a podcast.
Whose biography is that though?
It said semi-auto. Hers, I would assume. So
Oh,
she wrote and
okay.
produced
All right.
Queen and Slim, which
Oh,
yeah, we
bleh,
know.
bleh. All right.
She gained recognition for her role in the Netflix comedy drama series Master of None. Okay, that's where she's from.
Okay, that's why she's famous.
Okay, and became the first
Okay.
black woman to win a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Writing for a Comedy Series in 2017 for writing the show's Thanksgiving episode. And so that's my thing, right? I think
Mm,
that Thanksgiving
okay.
episode, from what I know, is about her like coming out. And I think I saw
Mm.
clips of it, and it seems pretty well written, which is what bothers me. Because then we get to a point where it's like, oh, so you're not a bad writer, you're just writing bullshit, right? There's a
Or
difference.
maybe some people are good at writing but not good at directing. Wait, did she write Queen and Slim or did she
She
direct
wrote
it?
and produced it. No
Ooh,
direction,
okay,
but wrote and
okay,
production.
that no, okay, that
The writing
takes
wasn't good on that. The writing
yeah,
wasn't good
no,
on
that,
that,
that takes
right?
my
That
argument
was
back. No,
yeah.
I retract
I
that.
to
Okay.
me, I feel like the director did what he could with the material presented to him. But I mean, like, what else can you do when the writing itself, the direction of the storytelling is not very good? And that's
Yeah,
kind of my issue. Like, I don't want to tell nobody how to make their content, and you can't, right? Like, you can sit up here and say, "Oh, well, Tyler Perry should do this. Tyler Perry should do that." Tyler Perry's gonna sign a deal with Netflix to make a trillion movies, and he's gonna make whatever the
exactly.
hell he wants.
That nigga's a
My whole
billionaire. He can do whatever the fuck he wants.
Right. But my whole point being is that like you have to at some point sit here and say, okay, well hold on, we've got these stereotypes that are perpetuated in your movies, right? And then on top of that, we got terrible wigs in too many of your shows. Terrible wigs. And we're talking black actors here. We know how important hair is to black folks. Why are the wigs terrible?
You
Why
know,
are the
I
wigs
feel
terrible?
like at a certain point, that is a part of his brand.
No, it
He
is, and I
does
think that's
that
what it
for
is.
laughs
I think
at
that's what it
this point.
is. Yeah, yeah,
I
absolutely.
feel like he really does that just to,
But
yeah.
remember, don't forget this. He is a billionaire. So yeah, sure, maybe it's for last, but it's also to cut corners, and that's my issue because
Mm,
you are cutting corners as a
mm-hmm.
billionaire. I don't want to, bruh. You're cutting corners on a movie that might have took you already like 250,000 to make, or a series that might have only took you 1-2 mil to make, and
And
like you can't
instead of
spend,
getting
yeah, and
decent
you can't
wigs, you
spend the
getting
extra 15K.
25K.
Yeah, you can't
Uh,
spend the extra 20K, 30K on some good wigs, a good wig person, a good wig woman, like, and that's just my issue. Like, and then on top of that, he had the things where he wasn't letting union actors work with him, probably because he was doing shit that the union was gonna say,
I didn't even
nah,
know
hell
about
no.
that. What happened with that?
So this was, I want to say like 2018, 2019. I forgot the year, but basically he had a disagreement with some unions because there were a couple of unions who were basically like, nah, Tyler Perry's like not trying to work with us at all. Like he's basically
Oh,
saying
because
like
he's a billionaire. He's trying to not waste money. He's trying to cut corners.
right, so he's trying
Obviously,
to cut
like
the cut,
billionaires do.
and so
Mm-hmm.
that's my whole thing. So it's like, and
Mm,
then you hear these stories about one of the series. There was a series that they made where the wigs were particularly bad, and Twitter clowned them for a while. But that series, I think
probably
they
seen
said
that. Yeah.
they made it in like 10 days, and
Mm.
before Christmas. You get what I'm saying? So it's like, think about it. These are the type of things where if you got a union, baby, they might mandate certain days, or they might mandate, all right, look, you can only do 12 hours today. You can only do 8 today.
Mm-hmm.
And so to me, that's my issue, right? So then now you are basically telling me, y'all niggas are working tirelessly. You are overworking niggas, maybe underpaying niggas. I would assume probably underpaying niggas. That's how you get a Billy. But
Yeah.
you're doing all that, and then at the same time, bro, we working this hard, and the movie stinks still. That's my issue. That's my issue.
That's
Like, if
yeah.
you're
That's a
gonna
big problem.
if you're gonna abuse all the folks that you're working with, and fuck it up for like, bro,
Like Stanley Kubrick abused the niggas that were
Quentin
working for him.
Tarantino. Quentin Tarantino nearly got Uma
Exactly.
Thurman killed,
Yeah.
and niggas don't care because
Yeah.
the movie was hard. Like that. Like
Exactly.
this is what I'm trying to get. Like, I'm not sitting here saying there's ever a reason where it's alright to just shit on your coworkers.
No, you
Never.
definitely shouldn't. But
But
at
if you
least
gonna
put
do
out
it,
a
bro,
good
yeah,
movie.
get them niggas an award for that, please.
Nigga, the fucking Shelley Duvall had hair falling out because of the work she was doing with Stanley Kubrick on The Shining.
Yeah,
And that movie is one of the greatest movies of all time.
yeah,
But fucking Tyler Perry got niggas wearing fucking wigs
yeah. Walmart
from
wigs.
fucking Walmart. Yeah.
I ain't even know
And
Walmart sell wigs. They do the Tyler Perry though.
they definitely do. I've seen Shamar Moore
Oh
wigs
god, I feel like he bought that wig.
everywhere.
That was his. I
That
don't
was
even
that
think
was
that was Tyler Perry.
that,
That
no,
was some
you know
shit
what
he had laying
happened?
around
You
the
know what happened
crib.
was that nigga grew dreads and he had a mold of his dreads made. And then Tyler Perry just used that for everything after that.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think that could be it. Right. So that's my gripe with Tyler Perry and my gripe with Lena Waithe. Right, is that I feel like And that's my issue. Like I never want to be the dude to shit on black folks that's talented and doing shit, right? Like, cool, do y'all thing, but bro, I'm not gonna sit here and just willingly accept whatever you shovel down my fucking throat.
Exactly. No, I'm not
Because
about to
even
sit here and get shit
because
on.
even if these
Yeah.
white men come do this, like this, bro, I've been complaining about this for the longest. I don't want to see these movies with these random white. It's a story of a white guy whose wife has cancer, and he no. First off, cut it. We're already too ordinary. I don't want to see an ordinary white man's life. I don't. I don't want to see it.
It's
Cut
been
it.
done
Yeah.
700,000 times.
Listen, George Clooney did it 66 times. We don't need it anymore. He's done it as good as anyone's gonna do the normal, ordinary white man.
Yeah,
We're
speaking
good.
of black people doing white roles, did you see the trailer for the new Netflix Black Cowboy show? Not show, a movie?
No, I didn't see the trailer. I saw a
Bro,
screenshot and I saw the list of actors on it, and I was like, really?
that shit looks fucking insane.
I
I
was
saw the
like
trailer.
Idris
That
Elba,
shit looks
Regina
wild.
King, Lakeith Stanfield. There were some names on there. I'm
Zazie
forgetting.
Beats,
Yeah, Zazie Beats.
fucking
There was
Delando
somebody else.
Brown.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah. Oh my goodness. I was just yeah. I seen
This
all
is the
that and I was
cast
like,
is
yeah.
fucking is done down. The cast is crazy.
I haven't seen. So there's another one. I think
I
it's
sent the trailer to the trailer to the chat.
Turncoat. So there's another one. I think it was Concrete Cowboy. That was the one with Caleb, the black kid
Yeah,
from
and it was
Stranger Things.
Cowboys in
I think in
Baltimore.
Philly or Baltimore. Yeah, one of them cities. I forgot.
I still
Um,
haven't seen that one
I
yet,
still
but I
haven't
know
seen that
exactly
either.
what
I
you're talking
definitely
about.
want to watch that because to me that's my thing. Like I'm not sitting here saying look, again, I'm not telling nobody how to make their movies, but it's like, bro, listen, we don't have to do the whole oh shit. It's black folks getting misused again. Like we don't got to keep doing this, bro. Like,
Yeah,
and if you're gonna do it, make it count. Make it count. That's all I'm asking. If you gonna do the trauma porn, make it count for something. Like, and that's my
exactly.
issue. Y'all niggas are
Like
doing trauma
Django.
porn for a bag, and it don't even get
It's
awarded with nothing.
crazy. It's crazy. A white man did trauma porn better than black people do. Quentin
Yeah,
Tarantino made
yeah.
Django Unchained, and this nigga Django went on a white man killing spree. And how the fuck Lena Waithe? And who the fuck made Harriet Tubman? Whoever the fuck made that bullshit? What the fuck? Or who?
Harriet Tubman, I'm crying.
That movie was trash. It was
There was a
awful.
wait, no, hold on. It was a Tubman movie? When?
Yeah, like 2 years ago, 2019.
No,
You didn't?
hold on. Let me look. Tubman movie? Oh,
Yeah.
2019. Oh no.
You didn't. You didn't even hear about, let alone seeing it. You didn't even hear about that. Yeah, shit was trash.
Oh, it
What
was
was
Cynthia Erivo was in it. Okay.
who Cynthia Erivo?
She's a I think she's a British actress, an English
Um,
actress, but
uh,
she got in some hot water because she was playing
Harriet Tubman.
no, it wasn't Harriet Tubman. I think it was Aretha Franklin. She played Aretha Franklin in like a new series, a doc series. National Geographic did a mini series.
Interesting.
And literally Aretha Franklin's like estate and all them niggas was like, nah, nigga, no, we not supporting this. Don't watch
Yeah,
that
we don't like
bullshit.
this. Yeah.
Fuck that. This is
Well,
whack.
I never heard of it, so I guess nobody watched that bullshit. So
Yeah, but that's my thing. Like, and to me, it's just like you get all these people just making movies for the sake of making a bag, and it's like, bro, listen, I'm not like my problem is y'all put y'all name on all this shit. This is y'all content, and
exactly.
so it's like, bro, if you go, if Netflix or whoever it may be is gonna give you the bag to, give me a movie about black folks during the slavery times, right? Spice that shit up, dog. It's a way to get around
Exactly.
it, like, and it's a way to show me something different. Because if you're gonna show me trauma, at least show me different trauma. Don't show me that. I don't need to see a
I don't
simulated
need to see
beating again.
Roots, nigga.
Yeah, exactly. I
It's
don't need
been
to.
done.
Yeah, I don't need to see niggas walking in chains for miles. I've seen that already. It's like, dog. Like perfect example. I always say it like this is again, if we gonna compare atrocities, right? Like you ever seen the Gray Zone, the movie about the Holocaust?
The Gray Zone. No, I don't think I
I
have.
think is Liam Neeson in it? Gray Zone. Let's see. It's 2001 film. David Arquette, Steve Buscemi,
Dave Arquette. See, that's a lot of big names
Harvey
in that shit.
Keitel. Yeah, right.
No, I
So
haven't
this,
seen that.
so
No.
right. So that's a story about them being in a Holocaust camp, right? And basically, the one thing I do respect about the movie, though, right, is that of course it's a Holocaust movie. So
Mhm.
like it would be easy for me to just sit here and show y'all an hour and a half of a fucking concentration camp, right? It would be so easy for me to do that and just be mad inhumane with it. But then this movie don't really show you too much of the actual wild shit that be happening. Like you'll see some of it, right? You'll see times where somebody will just throw a body into a pile of bodies, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
you'll see some wild shit because it's the Holocaust, of course. But the movie don't focus on it, and that's my whole thing. Where it's just like,
That's the
dog,
main thing. Yeah.
this is what makes these movies this is what makes them what they make them, because like their focus is not, yo, let's just show these niggas how bad the Holocaust was, bruh. We
We
know.
already know
We know, bruh. You
how
don't gotta
many
show me how bad the
millions of niggas
1940s
died,
was.
bro.
Like, you don't have to show me how bad the 1920s was in Oklahoma for black people. I don't know, but like I know, my nigga. Like, so again, unless you gonna show me something new, right? Like, again, show me something where you go to an ice cream parlor, and again, remember the whole thing where white people wouldn't let niggas eat vanilla, so niggas had to
So
eat
they,
butter, like something like
yeah,
that. Like you can make a plot point about that, and that would hit
that's
harder. That
fucking
would hit.
insane. That has
That
affected
is
Black
wild. Yeah, that
America
is wild.
on
Black
my
cuisine.
my grandmother and my mother. Their favorite flavors are fucking
Butter
butter pecan,
pecan. Butter
because
pecan.
obviously they couldn't eat fucking vanilla.
That is
My,
wild. I mean, it's
my mom
wild to
was
be.
fucking born in 1963. Martin Luther King was still alive
Hmm.
when my mom was alive, born. It's fucking crazy. Like people try to think like civil rights was 700 years ago and slavery was 9,000 years ago. No, that shit just happened.
Yeah, word. I'm like, bro, they had electricity. Like, it couldn't have been that long
Yeah,
ago. Like, like, come
exactly.
on, bro.
Yeah.
Like, niggas had lights, bro. Like, but like, I think even beyond all that, like now we're getting into this bag where now we're doing a million different biopics of so and this person and that person. And then my issue with a lot of these is that what happens is the biopic gets announced and they're drumming up support for it, and then what gets lost in all of this is then they ask the person who they're doing the movie about, hey, you want to be a part of this? And they're like, yeah, sure, maybe. And they look it over and they're like, yeah, no, this is not it. I'm not gonna co-sign this. And they're like, well, we're gonna go ahead with it anyway. Like, and
Well,
that's my
I
issue.
don't I
Like,
don't like that,
if
but
we're gonna do all these biopics, like for example, they did it with the what's the guy from Queen? Oh God, I can't remember his name. How
Freddie Mercury,
Freddie Mercury,
the
right? With the
Queen.
same thing with Freddie Mercury movie,
Yeah.
they like just pretended he wasn't gay in the movie. Like it was just like, all right, we're
Did
just gonna
they?
leave. We're gonna
What?
leave. No, like so
I didn't
they
see the
downplayed
movie.
it aggressively, and then it
Yo,
came
okay,
as
what?
it was supposed to be like
The
oh,
big
look at the
punchline in the movie,
right,
the
yeah,
big
right,
surprise.
right, and I'm just
Oh
like,
my
bro,
god,
it's Freddie We
bro,
knew.
y'all niggas ain't shit, bro.
But again, but it's only
Oh
because I
my
don't want to
god,
make. And again, this is my whole point. It's nuance, right? Like you're the guy who's thinking, well, I'm not gay, but if I was making a movie about a gay guy, I don't want to make it like where he's just gay every second of the movie. And I'm like, you don't have to. Like, but again, it comes down to nuance because people aren't informed enough about the shit that they making movies about. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, you're making a movie about a gay dude, and you didn't even think to consult a gay guy and bring him in and see what it's like. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? You didn't even think to consult a gay guy who had a huge following or a big platform who was hiding it or whatever it may be. So it's like,
Or even a nigga that just studied fucking Freddie Mercury.
right, exactly. But to
These
me, I think the
niggas.
same thing happens in black movies, right? Because you get these black movies where, for example, you'll get people writing perspective from, I'm writing a movie from a perspective of a black woman who's been scorned by a man and blah blah. And it's like, listen, niggas will think, oh, well, I'm black, she black, I can write about this. But bro, you
Mhm.
have to tap into that. You get what I'm saying? If you ain't never
Exactly.
scorned no woman, then you don't even have half of it. You get what I'm saying? And if you've never been scorned by a woman or whatever, you like,
What the
so it's
fuck
like,
do you even know?
exactly. So then that's what we get. We get all these stories of these people writing experiences they can't, whether it be, oh, I'm a straight guy writing a movie for gay people and it's bad because I didn't consult with a single gay person, right? Or, oh, I'm a black man writing a movie from the perspective of a black woman who's dealing with sexual assault and all this other shit. And it's like, dog, there's certain nuance here that you have to touch on and you got to go get that perspective. You can't just assume it. You can't just, well, if I was in that position, I would have, like, bro, what? Like, it's not gonna
Exactly.
work.
Yeah. If I was there, I would have just got raped. I guess. I mean, I don't know what
No,
would have happened. I don't.
there's no other thing you could have did, right? Like, and
This
that'd
shit
be
is
my thing.
disgusting.
Like some of those movies, like, and that's a whole nother thing, right? When we talking about movies, like, I just movies with rape scenes, I'm just like, yo, can we give it a rest?
Yeah,
Can we give it a rest, please?
yeah. Please stop that. There's little to no reason to have a rape scene in a movie.
Yeah,
I've
there's not.
seen maybe 1 to 3 movies in my entire life, and I'm a nigga that watches movies a lot, but I've seen maybe 1 to 3 scenes in movies where rape was a part of the story.
Yeah, and it actually fit. Like it actually
And it
made
actually fit.
sense.
Like,
Yeah.
have you seen The Girl Next Door?
No.
It's a movie from, it might even be older than the 80s, maybe the 70s. I
Hmm.
don't know how old it is, but they had a remake. But the whole premise of the movie is there's a couple girls, they go camping, and some random niggas rape them and kill them. And then a storm breaks out, and these niggas go and look for shelter, and they find a random house.
Hmm.
And the random house just so happens to be from the family of one of the girls that they raped and killed.
Oh wow.
And through a random course of events, the parents find out that these niggas raped and killed their daughter. So they torture and kill them. There's
Hmm.
one scene where they put this nigga, they paralyze him so he can't move, and they put his head in the microwave and they blow this nigga's fucking head up.
Oh man, what?
That is how you effectively punish a rapist. Blow that nigga head up. That's why that's the only scenario where rape can be okay, where the rapist can be punished.
I think
Uh,
my problem with a lot of the rape scenes, um, is
You
that
don't
it
want to
hits.
see it.
No, 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 not
Because
even
I
that.
definitely don't want to see it.
Is
No,
that
now fuck
I
you.
don't want to see
I
it.
do not
Yeah,
want to
I
see
don't
that
want to
in
see it.
any
But
way
I
or
think
force.
my issue is,
No.
and I think of a couple different situations, right? I think of the Nate Parker situation, right? I think of
The
a
nigga
lot
that
of
made that one
the Birth of a Nation, right?
Birth of it,
The
yeah, that
Nat
nigga.
Turner thing, and
Yeah,
then he
yeah,
added
that nigga.
in the whole rape that never happened.
Yeah,
And then he got
yeah.
then he had some old accusations of it. So my whole
Mhm.
point is, to me, that's how I feel when it comes to a lot of the
A
really
lot of niggas
skeevy
that
shit
add rape
that happens, and
accusations
not just rape though,
got
but not just rape, like
accusations.
a lot of different things where I'm just like, yo, come on, why? Like, if we talking about a biopic, right, where this person's story is already a movie, what did we have to lie for? You know what I'm saying? Now, when you
Exactly. Why
lie
did
and
you
add
add
that
this?
rape in there,
Why did you
now I'm
add
looking
that?
at you. Yeah, now I'm looking at you crazy because it's like, bro, there was no rape in real life. Why was it necessary to add it? Hmm?
Exactly. That's a
Hmm?
very good point.
That's a
Why
little
would you
shaky to me.
add that? Yeah.
That's very shaky to me. Like, so to me, that's part of the reason why I'm not a fan of it. Like, the other example is you ever heard that movie Call Me by Your Name?
No, but I heard the Weekend song, which I like a lot.
Yeah, love it. But Call Me by
Yeah.
Your Name is a movie with what is his name? Timothy Chalamet. Um,
Shisham.
and it's
No, that's
basically,
a
I think
name I
it's
never heard.
and it's basically based off a book, right, where it's like some kid falls in love with his professor or his teacher, and they're both men, so they're gay, and then there's this whole it's supposed to be like the white man's Moonlight, right?
Mm-hmm.
And of course it got all this nomination for movies and accolades and so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, you look into it. First off, it's a movie where y'all glorified a professor dating his student.
Fucking a
So
student,
yeah, so
right?
we're
Yeah.
already off
It's fucked
um
up.
to a rough start.
Mm-hmm.
But then the real issue that I seen was when you look up the director who directed it.
Oh man, here we go. What he do?
He's got a lot of storylines in his movies where there's some large age gaps. Right? And then he's got some comments he said off the record. Well, hold on, let me I don't want to just accuse niggas of not had his shit up here. Uh, let's see. What did he say? He pretty much made some comments off the record, talking like, "Hey, listen, bro. Age is just a number. And
Of course
that's
he
all
did.
I'm
Why
worried
wouldn't
about."
he? That's all I'm worried about. Yeah, of course. Why wouldn't he?
Let's see.
I
He had
can't
this
even say
comment.
this is a sick Negro because he's not a Negro. This is just a sick motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, oh man, I don't know if I can find that actual quote. Um, but even if it wasn't, even without the quote, right? It's just a little skeevy, right? Due to
Hmm.
these age gaps that exist in quite a bit of his movies.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Disgusting.
But anyway, so that's my whole thing. Like, and mind you, he's openly gay. So my thing is, you're a gay guy making an openly gay movie about a professor that's like creeping on young ass
A
kids.
younger student.
Yeah, and mind you, the kid was 17 in the novel, and the professor was
You
24. He was a scholar. Sorry.
that
So
so
again,
if you're not a
that's
pedophile, you couldn't make a story about a student that is
20.
maybe going for his fucking thesis as
Yeah, or he could even
a
yeah,
PhD. He's
yeah.
25, 26. He's got to be 17. He's got to be.
Which is part of the thing where like again, this is why like when I watch these movies, I look at these movies. I paid a lot of times I look at these movies and when it's unnecessary shit, I'll just won't consider. I'm not gonna do it no more. Cause it's just like, bro, it's just like, what are we doing here? Like y'all are adding weird details into books and movies that don't need to be here, and it's starting to tell me something. Like at some point, I can't sit up here and pretend like I don't see it. Oh, you cut out? You
No,
good?
no, no. I'm here. I'm just.
Oh, you good? But yeah, so it's like at a
I'm
certain point,
just
it's like, dog, I can't pretend I don't see this no more. I can't do it. Like I it's like the what's his name? The guy who played the pedophile in like every role, and then lo and behold, got caught doing some spooky shit.
I know you're not talking about Soka
Delia, Chris
from
Delia, is
fucking.
that his name, right?
Oh, I'm sorry.
You might be talking about. I'm sorry. There's quite a few, but should have
I
specified. You're
don't
right. I'm
I
sorry.
don't know Chris D'Elia. I don't know what the fuck he did, but I'm thinking about his Soka who was I don't know the real guy's name, but Hisoka in Hunter x Hunter is I mean he's not he's kind of a pedo. I don't know how to explain it. The nigga he's attracted to niggas that do a lot of damage. Like think about you, Hakusho, okay? Think about a nigga that is attracted to niggas that are strong, right? So a nigga that might be attracted to Tagoro or you've gotten past Tagoro, right? Have you seen Sensui?
Yeah. I'm at the part with the it's about 2 hours until it's go time.
Oh, so wait, did
Yeah,
y'all pass?
we ain't gonna get fully into it, but
Did y'all?
I
You
don't want to
feel?
spoil it for nobody. It's hard to spoil a fucking 27-year-old series,
Yeah.
right?
Nobody that's watching this gives a shit.
No,
Nah,
somebody's
nah.
watching, okay. But anyway, go ahead.
Somebody there. I guarantee you, there's nobody that's watching this that cares about Yu Yu
Nigga,
Hakusho.
like, bro, come on. So I was just about to get there.
Did Kurama fight the kid yet?
Yo, yeah, he smoked his ass.
Oh, okay. That's what I
That
was
was
waiting
my
for.
favorite part.
Yeah. I didn't want
That was
to.
my
I didn't
favorite
want.
part. I
Kurama
was
should have killed the Goblin
He ain't
Knight
had
or
no
whatever the fuck the
choice.
nigga was. He ain't had no choice. No, he ain't. He ain't. That's why Kurama is my favorite character. That nigga, he's a lion. He gets shit done.
That and then the next part where they in that room, right? And then he was like, "Oh well, if you kill my man Gourmet, then then maybe I'll let old boy go free." And everybody else is looking like, oh, "Kill." Oh, and Karama like, "All right, man, let's just get this nigga out of here, yo."
He flip. He flipped it, and then Elder Tagoro came out, and then he planted that nigga in the ground. Where his this ain't about you, Hakusho. We can talk about this
He
later.
said, "Fuck your homie, he dead.
This
Fuck your homie, he dead."
we don't need to talk about you, Hakusho.
Yeah, or but yeah. So
I don't even
well
remember what
anyway,
the fuck I was talking about before.
we was talking about niggas being pedophiles and playing pedophiles. But yeah, I mean we could just sum it up to like again,
Yeah,
I'm not watching that weird shit. It's just that
yeah,
simple.
exactly.
I'm not
Facts.
watching that
Yeah.
weird shit. When y'all do that weird shit, whether it's black folks, I love to see black folks winning. Get your money, king, queen, non-binary ruler. But my nigga, no,
Yeah,
no, not gonna support the weird shit.
yeah, big facts. Agreed, 100%.
So
I don't
let's
even gotta
see.
say shit.
Let's
So
see. We on the topic of black media, so it's perfect, right? We can swap right on over to the 2021 XXL Freshman List, right? Now, first off, we'll start with like I would argue no one cares about this anymore, but people do.
yeah,
You see it every year because rappers be getting in their feelings when they don't get put on here.
yeah, of
You know what I'm saying?
course.
So
Yeah.
clearly someone cares. But
Then
anyway,
the niggas that don't get put on the care,
yeah,
but
no, absolutely. So for anyone who hasn't seen the list, I'll read off the names, and boy, I may get these names
just
wrong.
so like I'm not gonna say anything until the end of the list.
Hmm.
I'm just gonna. Yeah, I'm just not gonna say
Okay,
anything.
okay. So
'Cause
we got Moray, right? We got Ian Dior. We got Lakia. We got DDG. We have 42 Doug. We have Ruby Rose. I couldn't tell you how to pronounce this. Blessed. I'm not sure. Blast. I don't know. Pooh
that's-
Shiesty. We got Tulsi. And we got Coil Ray. And we have Flo Millie. Now, this is not a bad list. Of all the names on here, I would argue there's only two who just flat out aren't talented artists to me. Right? That
so
doesn't mean they're not popping.
I'm going to wholeheartedly disagree. Be,
Mm-hmm.
only because I don't recognize the names. I'm not saying the artists are bad or people aren't listening to them. I'm just saying that I don't know them. There are only four artists on this list that I know.
Mm-hmm.
42 Doug, Pooh Shiesty, Coil Ray, who I don't listen to.
Right,
I'm
but you know her.
forced
Yeah.
to listen to on social media. That's why I know her. And Flo Millie.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know anybody else on the list. I don't
Right.
know any other person on the list. So yeah, we just go from there.
Okay. So, with that being said, I have listened to, with the exception of Ruby Rose, I've and Lakia
Actually,
and Lakia.
go back. I so sadly, surprisingly know
No, you
who
know who
Ruby
Ruby Rose
Rose
is.
is.
You just don't know her as an
Only,
artist. Yeah.
I know her for one specific reason.
Yeah, we know. We know. Well, we won't rehash it.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
so right. So I'm looking at this list, right? And of all the people on here, Ruby Rose is the only person I have never heard a song from. I've heard a Moray song. I didn't seek it out, but he's actually pretty
You've heard
talented.
every nigga on this list for real.
I've heard one indie or song. One.
Damn.
Lil Baby was on it. That's the only reason why I heard it.
Ah, okay. There you go.
I've heard a couple DDG songs. Funniest thing, it's
Wait,
actually interesting.
is DD?
DDG. That's
Please
DDG.
tell
Yes,
me
the
DDG
DDG.
is not a fucking YouTuber.
It's the YouTuber. Yes, that's him. But no, but he's been rapping for a while though. Like he's been making music for a
I,
while. Like
I didn't
he
know that.
just he
I
just
didn't know
got
that.
kind of like hot, but like I remember him making like R&B songs in like 2017, 2016. So like he's been making music. You know what I'm saying? It's
Okay.
just now he's finally. And don't get me wrong. Like anyway, we'll get to that. 42 Doug, obviously.
Wait. Before you get into this, I really had to go to the bathroom.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, you can handle. Well, you don't know anybody on here, so I'll just cover this without you anyway.
Maybe I wanted to hear it. Goddamn. All right, but yeah, y'all cover that.
All right. Yeah. So, let's see who else we got on this. We got 42 Doug. Obviously, you guys are probably pretty familiar with 42 Doug. Ruby Rose. I didn't know Ruby Rose made music. Again, I'm not as tuned in as I should be. I am 27. I'm an old nigga by hip hop terms. So it's like I don't be hearing most of this. The Blast or Bliss. I don't know how to pronounce this guy's name. I probably should have looked that up before I got on. This guy's pretty talented. I've heard a couple joints from him. Not even feature songs, like just random songs. This guy's pretty good. I think he's of all the people on this list, I would say him, Moray, Pusheisty, 42. ENDR's I even like Flo Millie. Um, I like Flo Millie. I like Flo Millie a lot, honestly. Love her voice, like her aesthetic. Um, and she's talented. She's not like I'm just gonna rap the same old bullshit every song. It's like, nah, I'm gonna give you different flows. I'm gonna give you whole different vibes. The videos are good. I'm rocking with Flo Millie. I think this is really. I think Flo Millie's one of the most popping females right now. I mean, I hate to say it, or not hate to say it, but it's always a competition with that. I don't know who Lakia is, to be 100% real with you. Let me see, Lakia. I've never heard of this woman in my life. Never seen this woman either. Where's she from? Um, she's from Milwaukee. Okay. Started singing. Started rapping at 15. Okay. I believe you. I believe you. She's signed to QC. Um, okay. Okay. All right. I guess that's it. But let's see. We got Pooh Shiesty, obviously. I rock with Pooh. Two seat, I'm not really. They got the runner track stars on us. That's cool. I need to see more. I need to see way more than that. Coil Ray. Anyway, let's see, and that's pretty much everyone on here, right? Like I think Moray is pretty dope. But I think that most of the classes are not as good as this one. This class is like less established artists. I think this class is honestly what freshman list should be. It should be like, oh, I've only heard of a couple of these guys because they're real freshmen. They're guys who are actually just getting hot. People who are just getting some steam. Like I don't want a guy who's been making music for 7 years and who had a single that popped off 2 years ago get on the double XL list now. Like that just I hate seeing shit like that because it's just like, did you just pay for the spot? Which I mean, look, I'm not mad if a nigga paid for the spot. Hey, get your coins up, bro. Get your looks up. I mean, it is what it is. Um, but I think that's part of the issue we're having. Uh, is that I think these lists are getting diluted. They've been getting diluted, but I think they're getting diluted because it's payola, right? I think it's payola. I think
All
we.
right, I'm back.
Oh, okay, cool, perfect. So you came back right in time. For me to basically say that these double XL lists have been diluted for a while, and I think the reason is because it's essentially payola now. I think now they're looking for whatever artist is going to play along, whatever artist might even pay for their spot, whatever
Mhm.
artist is going to just like, hey, listen, I'm willing to do whatever you guys ask, right? So like, just let me get in, and I'll be grateful for that. Because I was
I agree.
saying that I do like how the double XL lists recently, at least, have been freshmen, right? Because my issue has always been I hated seeing a dude who's been rapping for 7 years who had a single pop off in 2018 and now he's on the double XL freshman list. Like, what are we talking about? This guy's
Yeah,
31. How is he on the fucking freshman list? Like, so I've always hated stuff like that. So I do appreciate that now it's actually
actually, a
people who are
freshman.
freshmen.
Yeah,
Yeah, right. It's a guy who like Pusha started rapping I think a year and a half ago. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay,
yeah.
cool. These are real freshmen. You know what I'm saying? Then we got Ruby Rose. And again, I understand why
Who
if
is
I'm
she
Ruby
signed
Rose, I
to?
would pay to get on this list. Who fucking knows?
Maybe she got her money to sign herself. Maybe she just paid them niggas.
Yeah, I
Cause
mean, it
what
could
has
be
she
that.
put out?
She
What
signed
has she put out?
to LA Reid, hit
The
code,
nigga that makes fucking Maybach
hit
music.
code entertainment.
Oh, Maybach Music has signed Ruby
Also,
Rose.
this new Hitco Entertainment is his whole new endeavor. Oh, he was forced to step down after multiple allegations of sexual harassment. You hate to see it.
Why there's so many niggas in the movie and music franchise
You,
sexually fucking harassing people? Were you talking about Ellen Reed when you were talking about stepping down?
hmm
Of course you were. Why wouldn't you be?
right. So anyway,
What
I'm not gonna
the fuck
because
is
if
wrong
we
with
were
these
gonna
niggas,
do
bro?
that, we can do this for every man that we mentioned.
Yeah.
Realistically, we'll just keep it focused. So yeah, that's so my thing is, listen, I'm not mad at nobody on this list. Congratulations to everybody that's on here. But to me, it just I'm just being a nitpicker, right? Because realistically, of all these names, and I said it before, when you were at the bathroom, like with the exception of like two people, I think everyone here is talented, right? I think everyone's here like really talented, like not just like, oh yeah, like you can make a little career for yourself. Like no, like I mean, listen, like well, from what I've heard from Pooh Shiesty, 42 Doug, DDG, Moray, Ian Dior, and this blessed guy, even Flo Millie, like y'all got enough. Y'all
Mm.
absolutely have enough. Like even I would argue even Coil Ray. Like I don't think Coil Ray's there yet. Coily Ray has to refine her craft
I feel like I
severely.
was about to say. I feel like I'm a Coily Ray hater. Like
I wouldn't say it's
she
hater,
has
but it's a
no,
situation
no, no.
where.
Me, I'm talking about me specifically.
Oh,
I
okay,
feel
yeah.
like I'm a hater because she has consistently put out music that was decent and bangers, but I know why. It's because she's a fucking industry plant, and like
Yeah,
all the shit that
essentially.
she puts out is good, and I know it's good, but at the same time, I'm not trying to give her credit.
Yeah, and
That's it.
part of it for me, part of it is
That's
just it's just not what I want to hear. I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to
exactly.
hear like the
Also
music
that.
Coily Ray makes. I don't
Also
want to
that.
listen to.
I definitely don't be playing her shit. So I can't even say. Actually, no. I take back what I just said. I can't even say I'm a hater because I
You don't know
don't.
enough to hate. Yeah, you don't know
Exactly.
enough to
It's
hate.
not like I'm
You're
actively
just not a
not
fan. You're
listening
just
to
not a
her.
fan.
I just don't listen to her.
Yeah, you're just not a
So
fan.
like,
Like,
I've seen her songs. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. And
yeah.
I'm not a hater for not listening to it. I just don't want to listen to it. So yeah, exactly. I retract everything that I just said.
He said, "No, I'm not a hater. How dare you call me?"
How dare I call myself a hater? Yeah, no, I don't give a fuck what she doing. I don't care.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll tell you what though. What I did want to see is I want to see more of these lists from more independent I guess organizations, right? Because I think there's a lot of room for these type of lists to give people recognition and to kind of put folks on that platform. Like I think you can easily do it. Like you can do one with all women, right? Because again, the
Mm-hmm.
problem is, I mean, we can scream equality all we want, but at the end of the day, when they're making these lists, they're not considering women. And if they are,
I know. Yeah.
they're throwing in the ones. You get what I'm saying? Like if I'm making a list of 10 artists that are hot, I'm throwing in Meg. I'm throwing in Cardi. I'm throwing in Nicki. Other than that, my
Mm-hmm.
nigga, yeah, see you. See you later. So that's how it's being played. So to me, it's just almost like, all right, listen, fuck all that. You can't necessarily change that overnight. My whole point is, in the meantime, let's get something for just women, right? Let's get something regional shits. I won't even want to see regionalists. If y'all just gonna have, oh, these are just niggas from the south. This is just like, you know what I'm saying? Like I want to see more of that because this, I feel like, especially in this day and age, like music is, there are more niggas making music than ever before. There's more
Yeah.
artists than ever before. There's more talent than ever before. Like when you look at back in the day to get on, bro, you had to know a guy at the label. You had to go through a label. You had to get signed to the label. There wasn't no like now, bro. Again, look what we do. We drop a pod on YouTube and I just drop it and I just tweet it out. Like that wasn't a thing that people could
Huh.
do back then.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like if you wanted to sing, you couldn't just get a song, drop it on somewhere, and then a label will come to you. Hey, are you signed yet? Like no, you had to pay your way in, and usually you needed the label to pay because you ain't had the money. So it's like
Exactly.
to me now, it's like it's so much talent out here. Like I want to see more people. Like, and that's what you notice. Like there's no more A&Rs at music labels anymore, right? Because it was redundant. They were looking at it like, bro, we don't need y'all to find talent for us. We'll just scour Instagram and get and I think it affects the quality of artists you get because you miss out on the guys that you would have got if you went into the field. It's like scouting, like when you're like playing sports, right? It's
It's
like
literally a double-edged sword.
yeah, to me, I always treat it like scouting, like in sports. Like you can watch a guy on tape and be like, yeah, this guy's it. But when you go to the game and see him in person and see his teammates, you might realize, oh shit, hold on, he's pretty good. But who the fuck is that guy?
Exactly.
Who's that?
Yep.
Who's number 6? This guy's like that. Who is he?
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, yeah, 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 oh, not him. He's just, no, 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 no. Tell him come through. Who is like? So to me, I feel like they need to do a lot more of that because that would definitely it give more people shots and you can make more money. Most importantly, these labels, these corporations, they can make more money from this, right? If that's ultimately what it all comes down to, right? So just look at it from a money perspective. This is a chance for you to basically get more people to pay to be on your list, right? Like
Literally.
it still does something for them. It's mutually beneficial, but it's like, dog, like this is a chance to make more money for y'all. So take it. Shit. But let's see. That pretty much wraps up everything I had to say about this list. Shout out everybody on here. What else? What else do we have? We are about how far into this? We're like
We
an hour and 20.
we Yeah, as I said, we haven't really even scratched the list. Most of this has been about diarrhea. So I mean,
No, no, stop. We talked about diarrhea for like the first 8 minutes. Okay, I got
the
down the shit we talked about.
first impressions are the most important part. So
Oh no, I bet,
the
I bet.
beginning, diarrhea is what people are gonna get from this.
I understand. Oh, they're not even
Sadly,
gonna hear this part. This case, we might as well just start making sounds. Like no one's gonna hear this.
What's that fucking not that one fucking because there's so many videos where there's one person. I don't even know how to explain it. There's one person on TikTok where he was doing something, he was walking, and he just dies. He says, "Ah!"
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
And
Yeah,
I've
I
seen,
forgot where that screams from. Yeah, that shit's bad funny.
I've
It's just
seen,
ah.
I've seen 730,000 different niggas make videos based around him dying
Them
and
shits
say,
are so funny.
"Ah!"
Yo, I'm not gonna hold you. The niggas was talking about this on the timeline. Yo, I think TikTok might have Vine beat only because they have everything.
Oh yeah,
They got
oh
one
yeah,
minute long. Like first off, I didn't know you can make TikToks that were like 5 minutes. I did not know people were dropping like 4 minute long TikToks.
really,
That is
really,
sickening.
I'm
That's
surprised.
some sicko behavior.
Yeah.
First off, don't send me a movie, nigga. Second off,
I'm, I can't send you a movie because I don't have TikTok
yeah, no,
downloaded.
but that 4 minute, bro, a 3 minute TikTok. And I think they said they only give it to certain people. But even then, I'm
Certain
just like,
people, what
dog,
the
I
fuck does that
don't want
mean?
to watch a
Wait,
three and
what
a
the
half
fuck is
minute
that?
TikTok
So
forever.
like, so do
It's like
TikTok
a
famous
program,
people
like an
have?
influencer program, I guess. Yeah, yeah, something
Mm-hmm.
like that. I would
Okay,
assume something
there we
like
go.
that.
That's what I was thinking. Yep.
So
Hmm.
so anyway, but yeah, I mean, look, I mean, it's not even like a hot take to say TikTok has Vine beat because I mean, it improved on
Yeah,
Vine in all the ways that it needed to. Like, I mean, you had the beauty of seeing Vine fail and seeing why they failed and seeing what didn't happen right and where y'all went
exactly. It makes
wrong.
the most sense.
So I definitely think TikTok is, but I think also the other thing with TikTok though that Vine didn't have to deal with was Vine was 6 seconds. You can't indoctrinate somebody in 6 seconds. Like you can try,
Yeah.
you can kind of
Mhm.
sort of get it a little. You can say some little quick racist shit in 6 seconds. You can get a little across, but you can't do the full thing, right? And so what you're seeing now on TikTok is just a lot of spooky shit going on. It's a lot of kids out here just out here. Ain't no parental guide. It's a jungle, a digital jungle, nigga. And these kids out here talking and saying all types of shit. Like my niece
You
is on
you
TikTok,
definitely
and
right.
she was on TikTok one time. I'm scrolling through her TikTok, mind you, and she's like, I think 10, 11. And I'm looking and I'm like, damn, hold up. What's going on? Like it wasn't
Should
nothing like
should
crazy, crazy.
TikTok be regulated because of all the shit that's on it?
I
Like,
think it has to be. Like to me, my whole point is like this is a question we ask every single time somebody comes through and like gets 100 million users, active users, and
hmm
and the answer is always yes. It's always fucking yes, bro. At some point or another, like, and I get it. The Republicans, no, you can't regulate this, bro. You have. I'm not going to trust these niggas with kids, especially with kids, right? Facebook is for everyone. Everyone's on Facebook, including a bunch of kids. This app is primarily for kids. I'm not saying that there's not a ton of adults on here because there are, but it's primarily for kids, right? Like, so it's one of those
yeah,
things where it's like, you know that there's so many kids on here, there's so many kids on this app enjoying the app, using it for this, using it for that. And again, it's never ending. So you know it's real easy to get caught in a rabbit hole. You can type in critical race theory, watch one video, and it's just gonna keep sending them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying?
it's just gonna fucking keep
You
going.
scroll and you just keep getting them. And so the
Hmm.
problem is, what happens when you type in some Hotep shit? You see some Hotep shit, and you scroll down. It's the next Hotep video. It's the next one. It's the next one. It's the next one. And you're
It's
not going.
Abdul.
Again, it's not like a organic feed where you would see all the other things to break that up, right? This is a feed where it's like, nope, you typed in this or you went to this tag, and so now it's just forever, forever and ever. And so to me, it's just like one of those things where I think that's going to be the next big problem of this generation. It's going to be misinformation. I mean, it already is
Yeah.
misinformation if we're being honest, right? But it's just like, dog, like because we're going to get to the point. People don't trust anything. People don't trust any form of media that they've ever seen. Like people don't trust videos. They don't trust pictures. They don't trust. You know what I'm saying? Like so, it's like we're at a
Yeah.
point now, dog. Like, and again, with the deep fakes coming up, man, look,
It's
if y'all
only
see
gonna
a
get
video of
worse.
me doing some wild shit, like, bro, that's.
I don't even
I
need to
mean, it
place a
might it might have
disclaimer
been me.
because
It might
I
have been
don't
me.
care. Yeah,
Yeah, I
I'm
know,
just
but you
doing
say you
whatever.
don't care. You say you
Yeah,
don't
no,
care
I say I don't, but until they do some wild shit.
because my thing is, I was thinking to myself, like, yo, like, what's gonna stop them from just deep faking some activists? You know what I'm saying? Like, oh,
Mm,
where y'all was activists on the front line? I can't get nothing on you. I'm
yeah,
gonna deep fake you doing some shit, bring you in for questioning, and then that's how we got to you. because the whole goal of a lot of that shit is not to kill you. The goal is to get you into our possession. Once we got you there, I control everything in here. You know what I'm saying? Once I get you down to the station and in my
Mhm.
interrogation room, you in my crib now. At this point, I know where the camera spots is at, where I can get low. I know everything, dog. But if I'm coming to your house, no, I don't want to play that game on your terms. So of course, I drum up the deep fake, or I drum up the booty charge. I give you the fake charge, bring you the. And people are like, oh well, yeah, you just going down there for a little bit, yeah. But they getting just enough time to identify where they gonna hit you at. So to me, I definitely think what the hell was I talking about? Oh yeah, yeah. I definitely think yeah, TikTok is wild, man. TikTok is very wild, and I don't think people are really seeing TikTok for how like I think
No,
when you
they
use
definitely
TikTok, you
aren't.
just see it for the good, right? You use it for what you see it for, and the only reason why I didn't make a TikTok is because I was like, bro, look, I waste my time enough on my other social media apps, and this one's endless. I can't do it. Can't do it.
Literally.
It's an endless feed, dog. That is kryptonite. No, no fucking way. I will be scrolling for 7 hours, and then oh damn, I'm supposed to make dinner. Oh, so no, we're not gonna do it. We are not gonna do it. What else? What else we got on this list? We getting to the end of this list now. Joe Biden forgives $3 billion in student loans, which someone did the percentages on that. It was like
Next to
a
nothing.
hundredth of a single percent. It was
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's probably
I was like, bro,
nothing.
3 billion. That's what I owe. Like, fuck you mean? What else? I already covered that. Blah, blah. Oh, Pokemon Unite. That MOBA. That looks that looks fire. That looks fire. I'm not gonna
That
spend too much time on
is
this, but that looks fire.
yeah, you're insane. Not spending time. That shit's
No,
gonna be
my thing.
hard.
I don't have a Switch, and I'm not gonna buy a Switch, and I'll play it on mobile, but I won't have anyone to
Um,
play it with because you don't play with mobile users. So I'm not
no,
sure what I'll
definitely
do.
not. But
Yeah, I don't know what I'll do.
you've been looking to get a Switch for like a year and a half now. You
No,
should.
no. You're saying now. That's present tense. I was looking for a while.
You were looking to get a Switch.
See,
So why haven't you now?
when I was looking, I was getting the extra Biden bucks. Like, remember when they was doing the plus 600? Yeah, I
Mm,
was getting them joints.
hmm
I was getting them joints, so I could spend the whole 600 on the Switch and all the accessories and the games. So I was good with that. Like, oh, yeah. And then they cut that off, and I was like, you know what?
So I just need to wait until you get that because I'm definitely getting this Pokemon game, and whether you play it or not, I'm gonna be playing it.
I mean, you should. You should definitely get it. I probably won't get
You
a Switch. I'm just gonna be honest. I probably won't
you've
get one.
seen the game. You've seen it.
Yeah, it looks great. It's
Shit.
exactly what I want. A Pokemon MOBA. That it
It's
sounds like everything
exactly what
I
I
could ask
want.
for.
Yeah,
And then they're gonna
exactly.
release new Pokemon as heroes, my nigga.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Why? So like, why wouldn't we be playing that together?
Because
Is
I
my
gotta
main
buy the
question.
whole system.
So buy it.
Yeah, but then I'd have to purchase it.
Let's purchase it.
I don't know, man. That's one of them purchases I don't know if I can make, man. I
You've
don't
been
know.
trying to purchase it. Why are you
You
waiting?
keep saying I've been trying. I stopped trying like a full 6 months ago. Like I absolutely stopped
I
trying a
don't
while
know
ago.
about that. You've been saying that, but you haven't been paying attention to when it's been available.
Oh,
You
now
just
I can
been
get it. I can get it.
lackadaisically. Yeah,
No, that was
exactly.
early on. That was early on. I had that
Yeah,
shit locked and
exactly.
loaded, nigga.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
had the $500 for the accessories, the case. I had all that locked and loaded. So then, yeah, I was hunting. I wish a nigga would send me a Switch link.
So now that you don't even need to pay 500, you're not willing to buy it. I don't know what's going on. You just
No. When I said 500, 500 was for everything. Like the Switch, I was only buying the
yeah,
Switch for
exactly.
the
That
regular.
was
I wasn't getting no. What do you call it? What do you call it? Resale Switch? I was not paying that.
oh, so you don't want a baby switch, the light or
No, I
whatever it
wouldn't. No, I
is. You
wouldn't
don't
get the
want
light.
to
I'd
know.
get the normal one. The problem is
Why
not
not? What's the
money.
problem with the
It's not.
light?
I don't want
No,
the
I.
light. I'm just gonna get the big joint.
What's wrong with it? I guarantee, bro.
I can hook it up to my monitor.
Guarantee, bro. I
I'll do
guarantee
that right
you,
now.
when you get it, you're not going to hook.
I'll do it right
I've
now. I'll
I've
do it right
had a
now.
switch for fucking 3 years, and I've hooked up to my TV one time.
That's you.
I guarantee you're not going to hook it
That's
up
because
to
your
your.
TV whack and your Switch whack.
Bro, Bro, just get a Switch. Get whatever Switch you want. It doesn't matter. I'm telling
I'll
you.
consider it.
Yeah.
All
Okay.
right, what
Yeah.
else is on this list?
Like I said, I have hooked my Switch up literally one time to play
mhm.
Smash.
Yeah.
That was a glorious time, though. Maybe you should get a Switch.
Okay,
No,
okay.
no,
This
that was
nigga.
bullshit. That was bullshit. No, that, but
You
no,
should
that
get switching.
yeah, no, I did hook my Switch up one time, and it was fun.
Yeah, no, that's to me. I'm not gonna do that a lot, but like if I'm playing in this side room, the room that I'm potting in now, like I have the monitor here. Like if I were to play in this room, I'm hooking it up to the TV. It only makes sense
Mm.
to do it. Like if I'm in my room, no, I'm not gonna hook it up to the TV. But if I'm playing in here, like which I probably will. So all right, but anyway, where are we at? Let's see. What else is that? We don't got much left. We got all the basketball. So what's happening last week? KD put up 48 in the game seven.
Rip,
We all saw that air ball at the end. It was rough.
rip, yeah,
Uh, Ben Simmons had 5 points. Uh, and took
rip.
a total of seven fourth quarter shots over the whole series, or was it five? Something like that. Either way,
Rip
Ben Simmons is an
as a
issue.
person. Rip as a person.
Um,
Yeah, good money.
let's see. Devin Booker, game one, smoked them niggas with a triple double. Stunk in game two, but the Suns win at the buzzer.
Listen, he didn't have to. He
Oh yeah, he
had to.
didn't.
He
He
didn't have to
didn't.
put it on.
Didn't. And I think the beauty of it is again, Kawhi is not playing, so it's like at this point, bro, y'all like every game is like house money in my opinion, because like unless Paul George is going for 30 every time, it's not gonna be enough. Like they got players, they got enough. They got Marcus Morris, they got Reggie Jackson, they got niggas who score. But like the problem is like who's gonna defend when you need someone to stop someone? Like when you need someone to get stopped. Paul George is not gonna do that. We've seen that already. Like he's a good defender, but he's not a world class defender. Kawhi is, but he ain't playing. So
Yeah.
it's looking like Suns are gonna be in the finals.
When
That's
is when is Kawhi supposed to come back?
if I'm not mistaken, I thought it was no actually.
I haven't found a concrete.
He's ruled out for game three. Let's see. It's ruled out for game three. Oh, okay. They said they Clippers fear that he's dealing with an ACL injury.
Oh, he might
Yeah,
be out. He's done.
and if that's the case, then that's it. Yeah, yeah.
The fact that Paul George is carrying this is fucking incredible.
Yeah. I
That's
think
just unbelievable.
I
Fucking
do think
incredible. Unbelievable.
we have to reevaluate where we put Paul George at though, because I think we have to stop calling Paul George a superstar. I hate to be that guy. But
Mm.
I don't think Paul George is. I just don't think he has it in him. Only because he seems like he's a permanent second option. Like he's never
Mhm.
gonna be the guy who's gonna. He's
So,
the
like,
guy.
who on the Clippers is gonna be that outside of Kawhi Leonard? Pat
Just
Beverly?
no one will, and I think that's
That's
gonna
the
be the.
problem.
That
That's
is
the
the problem
problem.
because the Suns were playing without Chris Paul for 2 games, and they still
Yeah.
gave it to y'all both
Well,
games.
no,
So
no,
it's
no,
like,
no, 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 no. You can't compare the Suns to the Clippers because
I mean, they're playing. I have
they got
to.
Devin
They're
they
literally
got
playing each other. I have
they
to.
they got Devin Booker without Chris Paul.
Right. They have. Well, listen.
Devin Booker,
If we're going by
the way that nigga
rosters,
playing,
without Chris Paul and
fuck
then without
rosters. The way
Kawhi, if we're
niggas
going,
playing,
yeah, the way
fuck
he's playing,
rosters.
that's different.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
different.
The
Yeah,
way
yeah,
niggas
yeah,
playing.
yeah. If we're talking about the way he's playing, then yeah, this series is over in four. Um, but again, if we're just going by actual teams. Those teams on paper are close. Without Chris
Oh
Paul
yeah,
and without Kawhi,
yeah,
they're close teams.
for
Like
sure.
they're similarly
For
built.
without Chris Paul and without Kawhi Leonard, this is anybody's game.
Right, except we've seen that
But
it's
I
the
was going
Suns
to say,
game.
whose game is it right now?
It's
Whose
the
game
Suns
is it
game
right
every
now?
time. All right, what else? Trey Young played last night. He had 48.7 boards, 11
The
assists.
shimmy, and
The
niggas
shimmy,
gonna talk about the shimmy.
the shimmy, of
You
course, is what
know,
everyone's talking about. But I
yeah,
think what was most despicable about
this
the entire performance from the Milwaukee Bucks is the fact that how do I say this? So Trae Young is screening is pick and rolling, right? The whole game. And
Hmm.
no one, when I mean no one ever came up to help the on ball defender. And so think about this. You have Trae Young, who has already shown he's a superstar.
Yep.
And so you're putting a superstar in a position where it's him and his man setting a pick versus you by yourself. That's already an advantage to Trae Young, on top of the fact that he's
Exactly.
already a superstar. So even if he didn't have the advantage, he would still be a superstar. So you're basically asking one guy to get around the pick and defend, and like you're asking no one person's doing it. I don't care if we're talking Draymond. I don't care if we're talking Klay Thompson. Whoever the best defender, Kawhi Leonard. If Kawhi Leonard's getting picked and no one's fucking helping him every single time, that's it.
It doesn't matter.
Oh my goodness, my mom is calling me knowing I'm doing a podcast. Hold on, give me 1 second.
Oh Lord.
Okay. All right. So actually, I think that's a perfect call. Because my mom is stuck somewhere and needs my help. So it is about time we wrap this motherfucker up.
Yeah, I don't even know how long. It's probably longer than the last one.
It's been just about hour 40,
Of course,
so
we
it's
just be
slightly longer.
well, of course, we just be talking shit for that long. Of course,
Yeah, essentially, of course.
boy,
You know.
yeah, that makes sense.
All right. So I hope everyone enjoyed themselves. I hope y'all have a great weekend.
I hope they do.
What
Bob
else?
said,
What else? What else? Y'all
bad
go smoke a
weekends.
L. Um,
Cess. I hope they
Go
smoke
watch
cess.
Concrete Cowboy. Don't watch Lena Waithe's
Wait,
movies.
wait, wait. Is Concrete Cowboy out? Wait,
That's
no,
been
no,
out.
no,
That's not the new one. That's
no,
not
no,
the new
that's
one.
not
That's
the
the
new one.
old
That's
one.
not
Yeah,
the
yeah.
one.
Go
Yeah,
watch
yeah,
the old one. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
Go watch
Y'all go watch
Concrete
the old
Cowboy.
one. Yeah.
Yeah, go
Okay.
watch that. We didn't get to the U.S. Olympic trials, but shout out to the U.S. Olympic team. They're gonna go hard as hell this year. The Olympics is coming
Yes,
up, and we
sir.
will
It's a
be
lot of
plotting for
black
that.
people in that. A
A
lot
lot
of
of
black people in
Negroes.
that. A lot of Negroes for sure.
All right. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I bid you adieu. It's been nice. It's been fun. It's been great. Let's try this again sometime, huh?
I'll never be on this podcast again. So.
Yeah, Craig neither. All right, y'all. Y'all be easy.